The first step is the BIOL1009 context and choose tubes and full set. That will generate a set of all the tubes that you need for this experiment. Now, as the experiment says, we need to put 100 microliters of the PNP into tube number 1, and we need to put some water in tube number 5. We then need to put water in the intervening tubes, S2 to S4. So water in here, and water in here. Then we put some PNP into this tube here, and that will create a 1:2 dilution. Now, to mix this properly, we need to suck up and down a few times, and when that is mixed, the purple outline on the tube will turn to green. So now, if we suck up and pipette that into this tube, again the purple outline will appear to warn us that the solutions are not mixed, but then after we suck up and down a few times, that purple outline will disappear to indicate that the tube has been mixed properly. Now let's do it for the fourth one, and each time we're doing this we're creating a 1:2 dilution of the one in front, and finally we're going to take that solution and put it into the waste. The next thing we're going to do is make up a bit of extra buffer in each of these, and for that we need 300 microliters, and so therefore we need a slightly bigger pipette. We're going to use a P1000, so we create that pipette and pipette in 300 microliters into each of these tubes. Now, probably a good idea at this stage, before doing this, to actually put the cap on the waste bottle, just so that we know that we're not supposed to put anything into there. So I'll just close that one. Now, rather than sucking up and down this time, what I'm going to do is close the lids, select the rack on which the tube is placed, and then click mix, and that will do them all at once. And then the final step is to add the sodium hydroxide. So open the sodium hydroxide tube. We just want 100 microliters of sodium hydroxide into each of these, and when we put the sodium hydroxide in, you'll see that the solutions go yellow, and that's because the PNP is colourless at neutral pH but is yellow at very high pH. And again, let's make mixing easy by just closing all the lids, selecting the rack and choosing mix. Now, the final thing we're going to do is measure the absorbance of these, and to do that we make a plate with 5 columns and 1 row. Here's the plate, and now we're just going to pipette 200 microliters, we won't do the waste, 200 microliters of each of these tubes into here. Now, just for aesthetic reasons, it's not a bad idea to do it in the reverse order, starting with the low concentration in the left hand side and then moving across accordingly. So just increasing the yellowness as we go from left to right, and then the final step is to select the plate, choose absorbance, and there we have a list of all the absorbances, and if you copy those and paste them into Excel, everything has been done for you. And you can see already that the amount of yellowness is sort of doubling every time, which is what you'd expect because you've done a 1:2 dilution every time.